Welcome to a tutorial on how to set up and use Ventrilo by WordX8. Ventrilo is a very useful program you can use to talk to people, or like if you're playing a game you can talk to them with that. It's useful both ways. You can also use it for a bunch of other stuff. To set up Ventrilo, you first need to open up your internet browser, and you can just search for it or look underneath the video description box and I will put the link right there. As you need to do is you just go to ventrilo.com, ventrilo.com, and there's a download link on the left hand side. Just click that. Now right here, client programs is what you want, unless you're setting up a server program, which you're probably not. Under client, there's Mac, Windows, and those are the only two options right now. Linux and development. If you have 64-bit, just click the 64-bit, 32-bit, 32-bit. Kind of self-explanatory, so in my case 32-bit. Scroll to the bottom, hit I agree. It'll pop up that you can download it. Download it somewhere you can find, for instance, the desktop. After you download it, just go wherever you install it to and open the installer. Just click next, I accept, next. Put in your name. You can choose who you want to install it for, so in my case anyone wants to use the computer. And then just hit next. You don't really, unless you want to specify where you're going to install it. And then finally hit next again, and then it'll install it. Finish. Now it's downloaded. So once it's installed, just find the little icon and open it up. In my case, I have a server information right here, which I'll be using in a second. What you first need to do is choose a username. So in my case, WordX8. Okay. And then phonetic, I mean, you don't really need to do this, but for the heck of it. Or Tex8 is how mine is pronounced. Some people pronounce it wrong, but whatever. Once you type it in, you can type in a description if you want, rookdir if you want, and once you type it all in, just hit OK. And you can create a bunch of different usernames and just press this little button, you can select them. So for instance, let's say I'm going to do a new one. Then I can go and I can select through all the different ones. And if you want, you can delete that one. So right now I selected my username WordX8, and next you have to choose a server. You press the little arrow next to the server, and you hit new. Just type in the server name. I'm just going to type in server, so I forget what it's called, the name. And in my case, host name or IP. Now if you want to connect to a specific server, and you know you have to do it through Ventrilo, then they'll give you a host name and a port. In my case, that's the username. And the port is 3784, which is correct already. And you can choose all these little options you want. If you want to accept page requests, user-to-user communications, private chat, and other. Once you do that, hit OK. And right now, they're both set up. So now you can just hit connect on the right-hand side, and it'll connect to that server. In this case, they chose a little picture about a train. And you can just close that. It's really unimportant. Not important. And right here is the server. There are two options in the bottom left-hand corner. You can mute sound. If you hit that, then you won't be able to hear anyone talking. If you mute the microphone, they won't be able to hear you. So right now, if you look, a lot of these are password protected under admin conference. These are protected. So for instance, if you try to click it, you need a password, so you can't do it. And to open up to go into the room and talk to people, you simply click the one that'll be next to the minus or the plus. So you click it, and you go in. And you go in. Once I click this one's screaming, that's not really good. And that's about it. So that's how you do it. So you can just click on these little different chat places. You can hear people talking. One thing you can do is if there's one person that is speaking too loud, you can simply right-click them, user mute, and that way you won't hear them, but you'll be able to hear everyone else. So if some person just screaming for no reason at all, you probably want to mute them. If you want the embed code to any of my videos, simply go to the right-hand side. If it says embedding is disabled, click more, and at the bottom it says HTML embed code can be found at. Click that link. This will bring you to the same video at my River account, and on the right hand side it has the embed code, and you can just copy that and put it wherever you want.